Hi, my name is Luke Johnson, and today I'll be doing a book review of Kazuo Ishiguro's Never Let Me Go. I really wanted to hate Kazuo Ishiguro's Never Let Me Go. I knew precious little of its plot. Something about children and a dystopian alternative history made me cringe. Is this going to be one of those fantasy novels adults read where hobbits fly around on dragons and compete in deadly sky croquet? No thank you, elitist me communicated to no one with heavy sighing and eye-rolling. Turns out this is one of the most touching and philosophically profound contemporary novels I've read. Not quite sure what qualifies as a spoiler, so plug your ear holes if you want to go in tabula rasa. You don't know precisely when the events in this book occur. Sometime after the 70s, a time when kids still listen to tapes on Walkman. It's like Napoleon Dynamite in the way you never know what decade the characters inhabit. These English kids are cloned to become organ donors when they reach early adulthood. Somewhere around the third or fourth donation they complete, i.e. die on the operating table. Their days prior to the donation process are filled with creating art and poetry for a gallery associated with the school. These conditions allow Ishiguro to develop themes applicable to our own lives that we don't see so clearly, given our relative longevity and the confusion that arises when we have responsibilities beyond poetry recitations and drawing elephants. The book is deserving of at least 4 stars, when one considers how evocative and provocative it is. The ideas are better than the writing, but perhaps rather accessible writing is a muted virtue. Not everything has to be pale fire. There are so many themes coursing through this book. To be specific, future and contemporary essayists may want to develop the following. 1. Does the dreadful destiny of the subjugated experimental class show us something of life's true meaning? 2. What accounts for the pervasive stoicism amongst those destined for completion? Why do we greet our own completion with such hysteria? 3. Is there or has there ever been a similar set of conditions within our own reality? Does Ishiguro want us to go veg, repent more for slavery, think more deeply about embryonic stem cell research? This list ends not here, but this video must close soon. No one likes a blowhard. Let me say something of a theme I found to be particularly profound. The children in Never Let Me Go don't try to escape, even though they know of their untimely demise. This is maddening. They aren't simple or cognitively impaired. Any rational person would flee or resist, right? They contentedly resign to their future or lack thereof. This got me thinking. Perhaps though I desperately want it to not be the case, rationality is not an essential and indelible mark possessed universally by humanity. Perhaps there's something that can be educated out of us, without turning us into drooling convalescents. Maybe it isn't strange at all for us to lead rich, full, and mad lives. Of course, this prompts the following. A. If rationality is not a fundamental constituent of particular or universal humanity, what candidates for dignity remain? B. Are our own lives fundamentally insane? Have we too compromised our rationality? C. What pernicious institutional forces cause us to hand over our autonomy and free will so easily? Why do we acquiesce? So there's something to think about. If you hate reading, they made a superb movie adaptation, a flawless film whose only real shortcoming stems from time constraints. Moving passages of the book had to be rapidly sped up or edited out altogether. I suppose any adaptation suffers this problem, though. I would have done things a little differently, like that balloon metaphor. That never would have ended up on the cutting room floor if Luke Johnson had his way. It's perfection. Thank you for listening to my adumbrations. If you would like to discuss this book or another assignment with me, we can arrange in person or online tutorials. Hit me up at 703-727-2184 or philosophyluke@gmail.com. My rate is on my Facebook page. Recently, a few individuals asked me about my coffee mug and my blue bracelet, which you can't see because I had to do this raising of the camera thing. But anywho, I bought these in support of the Frank Harrison Scholarship Fund at the University of Georgia. I'll include the link below. He was one of my mentors while I was there, and I'd like to see future students benefit from his legacy. And I also got recently this red bracelet from the RG3 Family of 3 Foundation here in Northern Virginia. Robert uses these funds to help needy families in the Washington, D.C. area. So if you'd like to support that, I'll put a link in the video below. Okay, have a wonderful day.